Who is Johnny Depp in 2025? A rebel who conquered Hollywood? A man nearly broken by scandal? Or a legend reborn with silver hair and a devilish grin? From the haunting eyes of Edward Scissorhands to the swagger of Captain Jack Sparrow, Depp's career is a tapestry of brilliance and chaos. His legal war with Amber Heard, whispers of cancel culture, and years in the wilderness tested his spirit. Yet, here he is, starring in bold new films, rocking stages with his band, and painting a future on his own terms. What fuels this relentless comeback? Is it defiance, passion, or something deeper? Johnny's story is a wild ride of music dreams, blockbuster triumphs, personal storms, and a transformation that's got everyone talking. Let's dive into the enigma of Johnny Depp, starting with a kid who traded school for a guitar and never looked back. Johnny Depp's story begins in chaos. Born June 9, 1963 in Owensboro, Kentucky, he was the youngest of four in a family that couldn't stay put. His mom, Betty Sue, worked long shifts as a waitress. His dad, John Christopher, was a civil engineer mapping roads. The Depps bounced across towns, leaving Johnny rootless. By 1970, they landed in Miramar, Florida, but peace was scarce. At 15, his parents' divorce rocked him. His mom's new husband, Robert Palmer, became a beacon. Johnny called him an inspiration. At 12, Betty Sue gave him a guitar, a $20 pawn shop find. That moment lit a fire. Johnny taught himself chords, lost in the riffs of Led Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones. By his teens, he was gigging with a garage band called The Kids, playing smoky Florida bars. At 16, he dropped out of Miramar High School, betting everything on music. His principal didn't argue. He said, "Chase your dream." Johnny did, scraping by with odd jobs, gas station attendant, construction worker, while the Kids built a local following, even opening for Iggy Pop. In 1980, they renamed themselves Six Gun Method and headed to LA, chasing a record deal. But the City of Angels had a different script waiting. LA was a grind for Johnny's band. Six Gun Method played dive bars, but the big break stayed out of reach. To survive, Johnny worked telemarketing, selling pens over the phone with a fake smile. In 1983, he married Lori Ann Allison, a makeup artist and sister of his bandmate. She was 25, he was 20. Their marriage was short, over by 1985, but Lori opened a door that changed everything. Through her, Johnny met Nicolas Cage, then a rising actor. Cage saw a raw charisma in the lanky musician and urged him to try acting. Johnny wasn't convinced. He'd idolized James Dean but never saw himself on screen. Still, he took a chance. Auditioning for Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street in 1984, Craven's daughter spotted Johnny's brooding charm, and he landed the role of Glenn, a boyfriend sliced up by Freddy Krueger. "I didn't want to be an actor," he later said, "but it paid better than pens." Small parts followed, a raunchy comedy called Private Resort, a bit role as a Vietnamese-speaking soldier in Platoon. Then in 1987, 21 Jump Street hit. Playing a young cop infiltrating high schools, Johnny became a teen idol overnight. Magazine covers screamed his name, but he felt caged. Something had to give. Jump Street was a blessing and a curse. By 1988, Johnny Depp was a household name, his face plastered on Tiger Beat. But fame felt hollow. "They sold me as a product," he said, bristling at the heartthrob tag. He wanted to create, not pose. By 1990, he broke free, signing on with Tim Burton for Edward Scissorhands. As a pale, scarred loner with blades for hands, Johnny channeled his own outsider soul. Critics raved, his wordless gazes spoke volumes, earning a Golden Globe nod. The film was a quirky hit, and Johnny's gamble paid off. He kept pushing, starring in John Waters' Crybaby, a satirical musical, and Burton's Ed Wood, playing a lovably terrible filmmaker. Each role was a middle finger to Hollywood's cookie-cutter expectations. He dove into What's Eating Gilbert Grape, holding his own with Leonardo DiCaprio and Donnie Brasco, matching Al Pacino's intensity. By the mid-90s, Johnny wasn't just an actor. He was a shapeshifter, drawn to the strange and soulful. His choices screamed authenticity, and a pirate's life was about to make him a legend. In 2003, Johnny Depp redefined blockbuster stardom. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl unleashed Captain Jack Sparrow, a rum-drunk, eyeliner-wearing rogue who wobbled into cinematic history. Inspired by Keith Richards' slouch and Bugs Bunny's wit, Depp's performance was a high-wire act. Disney execs panicked, but audiences ate it up. The film grossed $654 million, and Johnny snagged an Oscar nomination. He became the face of a billion-dollar franchise, yet never coasted. He played a grieving father in Finding Neverland, a paranoid smuggler in Blow, and a deranged writer in Secret Window. His Tim Burton run, Sleepy Hollow, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Corpse Bride, was pure magic. In Sweeney Todd, he sang and slashed, winning a Golden Globe. He voiced Rango, embodied real-life figures in Public Enemies and Minamata, and played a dark wizard in Fantastic Beasts. Named People's Sexiest Man Alive in 2003 and 2009, Johnny was untouchable. But his personal life was about to unravel in ways no script could predict. Johnny's heart was a battlefield. His 1983 marriage to Lori Ann Allison ended in 1986, but they stayed close. She even backed him during later scandals. Engagements to actresses. Jennifer Grey and Sherilyn Fenn burned out fast. In 1990, Edward Scissorhands co-star Winona Ryder stole his heart. Their love was electric. He tattooed Winona Forever on his arm. When they split in 1993, he tweaked it to Wino Forever, a wry jab at himself. His 1994-1998 romance with Kate Moss was a tabloid fever dream. Passionate, volatile, headline-grabbing. In 1998, filming The Ninth Gate, he met Vanessa Paradis, a French singer-actress. They built a quiet life, raising Lily Rose, born 1999, and Jack, 2002. "Kids change me," Johnny said. "It's pure love." They never married but lasted 14 years, splitting amicably in 2012. Then came Amber Heard. They sparked on The Rum Diary in 2011, married in 2015, but by May 2016, Amber filed for divorce, alleging verbal and physical abuse under the influence. Johnny denied it, accusing her of chasing money. The fallout was about to ignite a firestorm. The Johnny Depp-Amber Heard saga gripped the world. In 2016, Amber's divorce filing included a restraining order, claiming Johnny was abusive, often fueled by substances. He rejected the accusations, saying she fabricated them for a quick settlement. They finalized the divorce in 2017, with Johnny paying $7 million, which Amber pledged to charity. Both said their love was real but volatile. The story seemed done until December 2018. Amber's Washington Post op-ed, calling herself an abuse survivor, didn't name Johnny but pointed at him. He said it cost him Pirates roles and sued for defamation in 2019, arguing her claims were a hoax. Amber countersued, alleging his lawyer, Adam Waldman, orchestrated a smear campaign via X posts and petitions to cut her from Aquaman. The 2022 Virginia trial was a spectacle, live-streamed, dissected globally. Amber detailed a terrifying marriage. Johnny described her as the aggressor, sharing audio of her insults. Witnesses, from security guards to exes like Paradis, testified. After 13 hours of deliberation, the jury found Heard's op-ed defamatory, awarding Johnny $10 million compensatory and $350,000 punitive damages, capped by Virginia law. Amber won $2 million for one false statement by Waldman. In December 2022, they settled. Amber paid $1 million, which Johnny donated to charity. On X, hard justice for Johnny trended, but others backed Heard, splitting fans. The trial's shadow lingered, but more battles awaited. Johnny's claim of Native American roots stirred a storm. Growing up, he heard family tales of a Cherokee or Creek great-grandmother. He shared this proudly, believing it tied him to Kentucky's history. But when he played Tonto in 2013's The Lone Ranger, backlash erupted. Critics called the role a stereotype, mocking Native culture. His band name, Tonto's Giant Nuts, drew more ire for flippancy. A Native American news outlet branded him a pretendian, noting no tribal enrollment. Leaders said, "Family stories don't make you Native." In 2012, LaDonna Harris, a Comanche Nation member, adopted him as an honorary son, a personal gesture, not a tribal endorsement. Johnny defended himself, saying he meant no disrespect, just faith in his heritage. On X, some fans back his sincerity, others demand accountability. The debate rages, with posts questioning his cultural awareness. Yet, Johnny pressed on, facing another kind of rejection from the industry he once ruled. Post-trial, Johnny didn't mince words. "I've been canceled," he said in 2021, accepting awards at Spain's San Sebastian and Serbia's Karlovy Vary film festivals. The honors sparked fury. Some charities, citing Heard's allegations, called them tone-deaf. Organizers countered that Johnny's never been convicted of abuse. His Dior Sauvage campaign, a steady gig since 2015, faced protests. Vandals defaced ads in New York and Paris, as X posts showed. Yet, Dior doubled down, and sales soared, fueled by loyal fans. Johnny scoffed at Hollywood's snub, saying, "I don't feel boycotted because I don't care about their game." On X, Trusted Justice for Johnny posts clashed with critics calling him toxic. Rumors of a studio blacklist swirled, but European and indie filmmakers embraced him. He leaned into music and art, finding solace outside Hollywood's glare. That freedom sparked a creative surge few saw coming. Music was Johnny's first love, and in 2024 he reclaimed it. His band, Hollywood Vampires, with Alice Cooper and Joe Perry, toured through Europe and North America, playing to packed arenas. Their set list, originals like As Bad As I Am and covers of Bowie's Heroes, showed Johnny's gritty guitar chops and stage swagger. "Music keeps me sane," he told a crowd in London. In 2025, X posts hint at a new Vampires album, though nothing's official. Fans rave about his energy. One user wrote, "Johnny's 62 but rocks like he's 25. Back in the 80s, his band The Kids opened for legends like the Ramones. Now he's the legend. Music isn't a side gig, it's his soul." While Hollywood debated his relevance, Johnny was shredding solos, proving he's still a rock star at heart. But another passion was quietly stealing the show. Johnny's creativity runs deep. In 2022, his debut art collection, portraits of icons like Keith Richards and Elizabeth Taylor, sold for $3.6 million in hours. "Painting is my escape," he said, calling it therapy after the trial's toll. In 2024, he released new works, darker and more abstract, reflecting his battles. Fans on X share his art, praising its raw emotion. He also directed Modi, 3 Days on the Wings of Madness, a biopic about artist Amedeo Modigliani, starring Al Pacino. Premiering at San Sebastian in 2024, it earned a standing ovation. Johnny called it a love letter to outsiders. Quietly, he funds children's hospitals and art scholarships, donating trial settlement money to charity. On X, a fan wrote, "Johnny's heart is in his art and giving." This wasn't a comeback, it was a renaissance. And the world was about to see him shine again. In May 2023, Johnny Depp walked the Cannes red carpet, and the world took notice. Jean du Barry, a French drama casting him as King Louis XV, was his first major role in 7 years. The film, a lush tale of royal romance, premiered to a 7-minute ovation. Johnny, visibly moved, waved to the crowd. Critics were split. Some called it style over substance, but his nuanced performance won praise. "I felt shunned by Hollywood," he told reporters, his voice steady. "But this is home." On X, fans erupted. "Johnny's back and they can't stop him." The film's success, strong European box office, streaming buzz, proved he still had pull. His defiance of Hollywood's boycott resonated, with posts calling him a survivor. Cannes wasn't just a screening, it was a declaration, and Johnny's next move would leave fans speechless. In 2025, Johnny Depp broke the internet. For Day Drinker, a thriller directed by Mark Webb, he transformed into Kelly, a mysterious stranger with silver hair, a full gray beard, and piercing blue eyes. Lionsgate dropped a first-look photo. Johnny in a crisp blue suit, cocktail in hand, staring soulfully at a bar. X went wild. "Is that even Johnny?" one fan posted. "Silver Fox vibes are unreal," wrote another. The film, co-starring Penelope Cruz, weaves a tale of grief and secrets. Early buzz calls it Johnny's most emotional role yet. Fans on X speculate about Oscar buzz, though it's early. His new look isn't just cosmetic, it's a symbol of rebirth. At 62, Johnny's not chasing youth, he's owning his evolution. But another role, wilder than any, was about to steal the spotlight. Johnny's next project is pure chaos, in the best way. In January 2025, he starts filming Carnival at the End of Days, a Terry Gilliam comedy where he plays Satan. The plot? God, Adam Driver, wants to wipe out humanity. Satan, oddly, fights to save it. Jason Momoa and Jeff Bridges round out the cast. Gilliam calls it a cosmic laugh riot, and Johnny's having a blast. "Satan's got heart," he teased in a rare interview. On X, fans are hyped. Johnny as the devil, iconic. Clips of him joking on set, posted by a crew member, show his playful side. It's a role tailor-made for his quirky charm, blending humor and darkness. This isn't a safe choice, it's Johnny betting on himself. And one lingering question keeps fans buzzing about an old favorite. The Pirates of the Caribbean saga won't let Johnny go. X posts claim Disney's desperate to bring him back as Captain Jack Sparrow for a 6th film. Sources say talks happened, but Johnny's wary. "I love Jack, but I'm done with their circus," he told a French outlet. Rumors suggest a reboot with a female lead or a Margot Robbie spin-off, but fans aren't sold. On X, or No Johnny No Pirates trends weekly. Meanwhile, Johnny's building his own empire. Day Drinker, Carnival at the End of Days, and a potential Tim Burton reunion, per X whispers. He's also eyeing a music biopic role, though details are scarce. His London life, quiet, focused on art and gigs, shows he's not chasing Hollywood's approval. Fans speculate he'll surprise us next, and Johnny's track record says they're right. His story's far from over. Johnny Depp's life is a masterpiece of grit and reinvention. From a Kentucky kid strumming in dive bars to a Hollywood titan, he's weathered storms that would break most. The Heard trial, heritage debates, and Hollywood's cold shoulder tested him, but Johnny's still standing, silver-haired, guitar in hand, ready to play Satan or paint a canvas. Jean du Barry, Modi, Day Drinker, and Carnival at the End of Days prove he's not just back, he's unstoppable. Will he outshine his controversies and cement a new legacy? Or will the past keep haunting him? Johnny doesn't seem to care. He's living his truth unapologetically. What's next for this rebel? A Pirate's Return, a Burton classic, or something we can't even guess? Tell us your take in the comments, and let's keep unraveling the enigma of Johnny Depp.